Hey, it's been a little while since I've been live, but I've got some time today, so here I am. Let's Dream Limitlessly, our 8th year, March the 16th to March the 17th at the Cadre Court Hotel at Celtic Manor. I call it Cardiff, they call it Newport. It's just on the border there. I hope everyone is well. I'm just letting you know that we've got the conference going forward for a woman empowerment organization, Let's Dream Limitlessly. Lots of groundwork, and this year has been the year that I've decided that I will do the work that is needed. So I don't know if any entrepreneur or any business-minded people can relate, but for me, I find it very challenging. I'm a visionary. I see things, I want to do it, I push, I do it. I was speaking to one of my really good friends last night, and I was telling her about the strain I was coming under for this one. And she was like, whatever it is, you're going to do it anyway, because, that's just who you are. And I'm just trying to encourage those who are pushing to do things. It's been 7 years. This is the 8th year. Once I've got a vision, once I know what I'm going to do, I do it. So that's my passion. I believe that I'm called to empower women. I believe that I'm called to pray people through things. I believe that I'm called to encourage people through things. I believe I'm called to work alongside people as they're going through situations and circumstances. So that's what I'm going to do. Signpost them if they need to be signposted. Bring the right people to speak the right things, to encourage, to give them the tools they need to do the journey they're called to do. I'm an encourager. I'm a supporter. That's what I do. But sometimes the supporters aren't supported. But who knows that even when you don't feel supported as a supporter, I keep saying to people, there's something in me that is different. I'm built differently. And sometimes it's to my detriment because I just don't know when to stop. If I have a passion, if I have a drive, I'm a push. I'm a ride that truck till the wheels come off. But sometimes this is necessary. Now, when God gives you a word and tells you to do something and you step out to do it, and the support doesn't look like it's there, again, I am grateful for all those who do support. Turn up on the day, put things together. If I want to bounce an idea off, you're there to listen. But the legwork, the financial pressures, the getting things together, the gift bags, the deposits for the venues, everything. If you do events, And this is not me complaining. This is me identifying in this 8th year that I'm realizing that I've done that alone for 8 years. I said it to my friend, I'm like, oh, but you got a team. But I've done that, the legwork of it for 8 years. And that's one, because I'm a very determined person and I push and I don't really wait for people to do things. I just do it. But I'm here to encourage someone who is carrying something. Get a team. And even if it's just for me, I've always shouted to my mentors, and I'm like, I need prayer in this area. I need support. Tell me something. What's God saying? Where am I at? Am I supposed to run with it? Am I not supposed to run with it? And I've felt several times with Let's Dream that I'm just going to give up because it's such hard work. But every time I hear a testimony from the women that come, every time I pay for someone to be in that room and they're blessed, they start a new job, they go back to school, they leave a broken relationship, they're better able to support their family, they're better able to raise their children, they're better able to stand in their identity. They know who they are. They know where they're going to. Hey, Sister Nedra, they get a little oomph from that start of the year in a room of women who are powerful and being called to be powerful, women who are calling the gold out of each other, women who are speaking about struggles that they had but another woman stood by them, women who are learning how to manage their finance well, women who are learning how to love well, how to do relationship, how to set boundaries, how the past experiences that they've had has caused them to deal with situations a certain way, how they've created neurological pathways with life experiences and they use that to inform their decision making. Why do I do Let's Dream Limitlessly? And I've got to ask myself every time it comes around to this time when it's pressurizing. I'll tell you now for myself, I'm a very last minute person. I know what I want to do. My life is busy. I'm a lone parent. I have other businesses. I'm doing all of these things and I'm trying to keep food on the table for my family. So my life is busy in regards to that. So I would say, yes, I'm going to do this 1 month, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, a year before, and life happens. So even when I was in uni, that's how I'd be like, I'm doing my assignments the week before they're due, or the couple of days before they're due. It's not a good way to live, but I know my weaknesses. I'm telling you that's the way I am. But I'm saying, when it comes on to that time and you feel the pressure, you want to give up on the thing that God has given you to do. You want to give up on the vision you have. You want to give up on the way you wanted to change my dream. Like, when I leave this world, my name should be in people's mouth, not because I acquire just wealth, because I am going to be wealthy. So not just because I'm wealthy, not just because I'm pretty, not just because I am a force to reckon with, not just because I am a vibe. No, my name will be in people's mouth because I will change people's life. I've seen women start businesses for coming to Let's Dream. So when I feel the pressure of doing Let's Dream, I got to remember Let's Dream works. There are many people out there who you've connected, Patrice, that are doing things that will create ripple effect in the kingdom, ripple effect in the world, because you stood up and did what you were called to do. So I'm here encouraging you while I'm encouraging myself. Don't give up on the vision that you've been given. Let's Dream Limitlessly, this woman empowerment movement, was formed on a scripture, Habakkuk 2 verse 2. That's what God gave me in my friend's front room, my best friend Cynthia McFarlane, front room. And he said, write the vision down and make it plain so that those who come after you, when they see it, they will run with the vision. So I am saying to some people who want to birth a ministry, want to birth a business, want to do something to change people's life. One of my friends says, a giver never lacks, and I can say, I testify of that. A giver never lacks. I'm forever going to sow and invest in people. I'm forever going to sow and invest in people's growth and development. Show people what they've never seen. Do things that people say is impossible. Take the name calling. Take the people's opinion of me. I say to my daughter's 11, one thing I've tried to teach her from day one: if they don't feed you, if they don't clothe you, if they're not responsible for you, their words don't matter. It's gonna hurt. You're a human being. It's gonna hurt because you are a human being. But their words, because they don't feed you, clothe you, or look after you, they're not responsible for you. They don't make your life better or make it worse. They don't add to your health or take away. So people will always say and people will always talk. But I'm saying, if you're given a vision, listen, run with it. Those who will come are supposed to be there. Those who don't come, let them stay. If there's 5 of you, push. If there's 10 of you, push. If there's 20 and 25, 50, keep working. The Bible says, despise not small beginnings. Don't despise small beginnings. Start somewhere. Start from where you're at. So I'm encouraging you as I'm encouraging myself. I've got about a month left before a women's conference. Do hit me up, send a message, drop a comment in this live if you want to, or on this video if you want to, and you could find out more about it. It's on my page. It's everywhere. We've done it for the last 7 years. This is the 8th year. I will always run it, but I'm developing. I have grown. I'm looking at getting support. There are organizations that are here to support me in what I'm doing, and I'm doing that. So I know I'm growing and I'm developing what I'm doing, but have you started what you're called to do? Because the more you delay is the longer you're keeping the process. You're not going to start and then become like, what's her name? TD Jakes' daughter, Sarah Jakes. You're not going to start and just become like woman that were loose. You're not going to start. There is a way to start. You just have to start. Start where you're at. Hey sis, start where you're at. If it means, as I said, we started Let's Dream in my best friend's front room. I was a single mother. I think my daughter must have been 2. I was a single mother, and I found it challenging. All our friends at the time, we probably just had babies, and we were all together, blessing our children, praying over our children, encouraging each other. How is your marriage going? How is your single life going? How are you affording things? Encouraging each other and loving on each other and eating and drinking together. And I left that place thinking, yo, how can I do this in my friend's front room? How can I do this and impact change? We then went to her husband's foyer in his office. Again, that was God blessing me enough to say, come on, Patrice, buy some food, gather some stuff, bless these women. So I'm telling you that it's starting, and I've seen we go from strength to strength and glory to glory. My sister's church be one of the places we've had it as a day event, until we turn into retreat, when we go to hotels and we enjoy the facilities and we enjoy each other's company and we eat. Last year was so amazing. We had Dr. Fate, my mentor, my coach from Atlanta, and God afforded God made it possible for me to pay for a plane ticket and accommodation and treat her to her first trip in London. Took her around. That was the provision of God. No good that I have done, but I'm working what he has given me. Whatever talent he's given me, I'm working it. And last year showed me that, Patrice, what you are doing is making a change. It's transforming. It's not just that, it's breaking boundaries. Like a little girl that was an immigrant from Jamaica, came to St. Paul's, fell pregnant in uni, not even used her uni degree, started her own business. But here I am empowering other women to be who they're called to be. Who could it be but God? And this person here, until the very breath leaves my body, 125, until the very breath leaves my body, I will not stop shouting from the mountaintop to every woman, fix your crown because you can do it. It doesn't matter who believes in you, who doesn't believe in you. It doesn't matter who rejected you, who shut the door. It doesn't matter who felt like your gifting wasn't nothing. It doesn't matter who was offended by the way you roll. It doesn't matter who shut you down in churches and in other places. It doesn't matter who said, oh, you're too loud and that's who you're called to be. Be who you're called to be. When you love you, the people who are called to you, the people, the tribe who you have out there will be attracted to you. So I'm saying, I serve people who never even thought that they would be needing to be served by me. Who? Me. The little loud, bubbly. I'm excited about what God will do in Let's Dream. Let me just tell you that this 8th year, when I see the opposition, last year's opposition was nothing. When I see the opposition I'm going through in this year, when it looks impossible, I'm telling you this. God is a God that specializes in the things that seem impossible, and he will do for you what no one else can do. I'm coming from a funeral of a woman that is vibrant. From I've known Auntie Tilly when I was 14 in England. From I've known vibrant. No matter what you see, what's up, vibrant. When I pass, they will say, Patrice is going on empty, because everything she came into the earth to accomplish, every life I came to impact, I have impacted it. That is what I want to do. It's not about self-preservation. It's not about trying to see where it's comfortable. No, I'm willing to be stretched. I'm willing to be pulled. I'm willing to go through the birthing pains to deliver the things which I carry. This mouth will liberate the captives. Yes, the word of God says to me especially, I don't know about anybody else, that my voice activates and my words create. So I will release a sound constantly when given the opportunity, so others will know if you carry something, you fight for what you carry. Be your biggest cheerleader. Trust what God has placed in you. Step out. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be great. You might even fail the first couple times you do it. You might even have people laugh at you and comment about you. But do what you're called to do. Practice brings improvement. The first time it may not be ideal. The second time it may not be ideal. The third time you may not even get a view. You may not even get a support. You may not even get one person. But do what you're called to do. And the most important thing that I have learned that I wouldn't do anything without this is pray without ceasing. If you're going to do something, pray. Call the prayer. Whoever you got on your praying, listen, this is what I'm going to do. Pray. Because I've seen God turn things around when it looks like it wasn't going to happen. Why? Because I seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all else shall be added. So I will not stop doing what I'm called to do. So Let's Dream Limitlessly will always be there. By God's grace, I'll pass it down to my daughter. She'll pass it down to her daughter. It will grow. It will evolve. It will change. But it will always be there. That's a fact. Because the lives that we have changed with my small resources, the small pot, like like the widow's mite, the small pot that God has blessed me with, has blessed many, and I am excited for that. My mother, Carly Marjorie Buchanan Edwards, she always sings this song, if I could help somebody as I'm traveling along, then my living won't be in vain. It's not sacrificial giving if it's not painful. It's not sacrificial giving if it doesn't take something out of you. It is not, you don't learn to give when it's easy to give. You got to learn to be a giver, learn to be a sower, learn to be a believer in people when it's hard to do so. When it's not the easy, and when you learn to do that, you could then manage it. Who's worth me sowing into? Who's worth me giving to? But I'm here to say I am called to be a blessing. I'm called to give. I'm called to celebrate life. I'm called to empower and encourage people, and I'll continue to do that. So those who hear my voice and it makes a difference in your life, continue to listen. Those who don't, please move on. God bless you. There's someone there for you. But I'll always be here as long as God gives me breath. And I'm getting better by God's grace and by mentorship by coming on live. And I'm trying to post at least once a week. And I'm trying to be very present on social media as possible. But I'm saying to the person out there that's got a vision, the person out there that should be doing something, but you are not doing it because you feel like you're not supported. You feel like no one's going to come. No one's going to do what you're called to do. There's too many people in this world. There's a space for all of us. There's a tribe for all of us. Do what you need to do. Push. Don't stop. Don't give up. Don't quit. Serve the tribe you're called to serve. And in so doing, you're calling yourself high. I have grown tremendous times when I couldn't function because I would care what people think, leadership think in churches, friend circle think. There was times when I wouldn't be able to do what I'm called to do because I'm comparing myself with other people. Don't care. I don't care. Right now, I'm like, I'm a run. If I get up and I don't really feel it, I'm a still run. If I get up and I feel it, I'm a do what I'm called to do until I can do it no more. Because there comes a time when we can't work. There comes a time when others won't hear our stories of how we journeyed, of how we came from the bottom to the top. We see people there, but we don't understand their story. We don't understand how they get to certain levels. I envy nobody's success, but I give God thanks for everyone that He has made successful. So I can look at them and say, if God did it for them, He could do it for me. If they put the diligent work in and they got there, that means I could get there. So keep going. The aim is just to start. Start somewhere with the vision that God has given you. Put Him at the forefront of it. Let Him be your light. Let His word be a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your path, and you can't go wrong. So I'm encouraging you again. Keep going. Start, push, prolong, persevere, be resilient, be strong, be bold, be courageous, be resilient, and just let those people that need to be in your circle into your circle. Because only those, there's a African proverb that says, it's only the enemy within that can harm you. And you can look at that anywhere, within your circle or within yourself. Learned behaviors, habits, whatever, that can harm you. So I'm encouraging you. Keep on moving, don't stop. Keep on moving, don't stop. Hey, keep on moving, don't stop. Keep on moving, don't stop. See you guys at Let's Dream Limitlessly. We're going to be in the Calvary Court Hotel, a part of the Celtic Manor Hotel, and that's going to be on the 16th and the 17th of March. If you want more information, check my page, message me, contact me, drop a comment, because we're going to be there. Dr. Faith's going to be there. Shirley Wilson's going to be there. We're going to have a financial advisor there. We're going to have a member of parliament there. We're going to have another psychologist there. We're going to have people there to give you the tools you need to accomplish that which you need to accomplish. And by God's grace, more sponsors, more donations, more help means more women will be able to be there to receive in this great atmosphere. So God bless you. I look forward to hearing from you and to seeing you soon. God bless.